Hey up everyone, I hope you're doing alright. So for today's build, it's my first time, I don't know why I said that so weird. It's my first time building in the new world of Tartosa. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. Whenever I say it, it sounds like I'm swearing, but yeah. This is the new world that came with the new game pack, My Wedding Stories. So I'm going to be going over my thoughts, and I have a bit to say about it, not a lot to say. I haven't fully explored the pack yet, but I will be exploring the gameplay tomorrow evening, as I've been playing as my sim self over on Twitch, and that's at twitch.tv/HutchPlays if you want to ever come by there. So yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow at 6 PM UK time, so if you want to pop over and see that, you're more than welcome to. We always have a good laugh, well, I do anyway. But yeah, I'm going to be trying out the gameplay. Like I said, I've been playing as my sim self, we've got engaged and everything, and I was saving the wedding for this pack, so that's what we're going to be doing, hopefully, if it works. I don't know if you know, but there's been a lot of issues with the game. It's very bugged, but I'll talk about that in a bit. So yeah, I have seen a bit of gameplay from other creators, but like I said, I've only seen myself and explored the build and buy items, so I'll talk about my opinions on that. But let's actually get into what we're actually building. So decided to build a villa in the new world, and as soon as I saw this lot, I knew that this was the lot that I wanted to build on, the view overlooking the water and the beach, and then you've got that lighthouse and everything. So yeah, I built this villa, and I've called it Villa Amor, which I don't think is a very original name. I just went with Amor as that's, and I know that I'm pronouncing that in my accent, but that's because I feel a bit embarrassed to pronounce it in my how I would pronounce it properly. But that's just basically love in Spanish. And actually, if you didn't know, I was learning Spanish at one point. It were a hyperfixation of mine for a few weeks, and then I've not done it for months, which is very typical of people with ADHD. I have so many things that I picked up for a while, hyperfixated on them, and then dropped them and moved on to the next one. But hopefully I can get back into learning Spanish, because I really did enjoy it. But anyway, decided to build a villa of some sort. I looked at a lot of inspiration pictures for this build, on Pinterest. I looked on Google Images as well. I looked on Instagram, by searching up villa and holiday hashtag things. And yeah, just sort of had to look up inspiration pictures, because this is not really a build style that I'm super comfortable with. I don't think I'm particularly good at this sort of style either, but either way it were fun to build, especially using the new items and stuff, because I feel like I have been craving some new items. We didn't get a ton. It is a game pack, so it just kind of depends on what sort of game pack it is. Obviously Dream Home Decorator, we got loads with that because it is primarily a building pack, but then this, it's cast, gameplay, and then build, new world, all rolled into one. So you kind of, you're not going to get tons with it, but the stuff that we did get, I will talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so this house is intended to be a rental house. I only used base game and then My Wedding Stories for it. It has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and I wish I made it 2 bathrooms, but never mind. My idea behind this house was that it would be a place where your sims can book a vacation as a family, and then invite people to go on the vacation with you, and then have the wedding at the villa. So you could invite all your family to be on the the vacation, and then all go there and stay there, and then you get married while you're there. And I kind of imagined it people will get I wouldn't say people will get abroad, people will go abroad to get married. They might go to Spain or Italy or wherever, and they take the family with them, and they kind of have a holiday as well. That was kind of what I thought about with this. So you could have a family living in Willow Creek, for example, but then they come here to get married or whatever. So yeah, that was my thought process with that. But you could also have a family live here if you wanted, or just send a couple here to get married, or it could also be a honeymoon sort of place to go to. But yeah, that was basically the thought process behind it. And yeah, so I guess I will talk about the opinion that I have on the build items. So obviously because it's a speed build, I'm not going to be looking proper in depth at the items, but what we got I think is quite nice. I quite like the items and stuff. They are sort of, in my opinion, some of them at least, there's certain chairs and flowers that we got with the pack that are very sort of, how can I explain it? like they're not very universal. Like you're not going to use them in every build, or you know, you can't use them across a different sort of house. So like with, let me think of an example. With like Realm of Magic, for example, the style of the build is obviously, it's got its own particular style, but you could probably use like the settee and the chairs and stuff and the counters. You could use them in any sort of build really, but like the cauldron, you can't really, like you won't just put that anywhere. This is that sort of build pack for me. Like it's very sort of situational. You're not going to be using it for everything. Like some of the items are fine. Like there's a dining table that you can use in any build. There's different variations of the chairs. Some of them have got like flowers on, others haven't. So like the more plain versions are fine. There's obviously a lot of build and buy items that are like surrounding the wedding thing. So there's like this buffet table thing. I think it's a buffet table. It's like a banquet table, it's called. There's like the wedding archers. There's like flowers and stuff. There's, oh, we've got a new grand piano, which I reckon you could use in any sort of build, but it does look like it's meant to be for like a wedding or something. And yeah, like I hope I'm explaining this all right, but I do think it's like more sort of like a situational build, like build and buy items. Like some of the stuff you're not going to use in every build, but then there is items like the fence. I think you could use that anywhere. That's got some nice swatches on it. The windows, they're quite nice. We didn't get a lot, we only got 2, and I only used like one of them, I think. So that long window that I used, and then there's like a shorter version of it, and then we only got 2 doors, and one of them is for, they're both, sorry, for medium wall height and then tall wall height. So we didn't get any like normal walls, like standard wall height doors. We didn't get any like bedroom furniture really, no like side tables I don't think, but we did get some like cute like candle things. No artwork. The only artwork we got, I don't think we've got any actually. But yeah, I think it's all right for what we got. I think it's fine. If you were going to buy this pack just for the build items, I probably wouldn't. That's the main reason why I buy it. I own all the packs. I probably will buy every single pack that comes out. I weren't going to buy this pack because of everything that was happening with, you know, not selling it to Russia and all that sort of thing. But because that obviously the decision got like overturned and they did actually sell it in Russia, I did decide to get the pack. But this were going to be a pack that I didn't buy, not because of the content or anything that's wrong with it, just because of, you know, my opinion on the whole thing. Like I don't agree with a year's decision, but either way, if that had never happened, I would have probably just got it anyway. Which, you know, maybe it's a bit of a daft thing to be like that, but the Sims 4 is my special interest and I do like to collect the packs, and as of right now I own every single pack for The Sims 2, Sims 3 and Sims 4, so might as well carry it on. Buying a mana. That's so daft in it, but either way, yeah, I personally, if you're only going to buy it for the build items, if the only thing you do in The Sims 4 is build, I probably wouldn't get it. It just kind of depends on your build style. At least get it when it's on sale. If you're really drawn to it, then obviously yeah, get it if you want to. Same with cast. I've not looked at the cast. I will be looking at the cast tomorrow in the live stream, and I'll go over my thoughts then. And I'll probably upload the highlight of the gameplay as well from the live stream tomorrow, just so that I've got like it all in one place where I can give my opinion. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to talk about the build. So I've done the exterior obviously on the front, and then moving on to the interior. I didn't want to like over clutter it. I've been wanting to like do a more minimalist build for a while, and I thought with this house being so big and having a lot of landscaping, maybe the interior would be a bit more minimalist. It's not super minimalist, don't get me wrong, like it's not like actually a minimalist house, but compared to what I normally do in terms of clutter, it's definitely a lot more toned down. So for the main bedroom, I just wanted like a standard bedroom, and then I did the bathroom as well, again just really standard, nothing to really like talk about too much is the bathroom. And then for the upstairs floor plan, I think it's a bit odd, like it took me a while to settle on the floor plan, because we do have that like sort of diagonal curve wall thing, I don't even know what to call it. Like for the exterior it looks fine, but then on the interior it was kind of a pain. But then the final room that I did, I were going to make it into like a dancing room, but I ended up making it into another bedroom. So yeah, that's the whole sort of thing behind it, potentially having a family like come here on vacation or whatever. And then I made the single bedroom that I did that's like a kid's room. I ended up just making that a twin single room just so that you could have like 2 kids stopping in there. But yeah, just going on to the kitchen now. And for the kitchen, I didn't really like know what I wanted to do with this. It took me quite a while to decide. Off camera I were messing about with different layouts. It's kind of like an awkward floor plan, like the entire house, because I focused on the exterior more than like what the floor plan would be like. So I think it looks nice on the exterior, but then the floor plan's a bit like weird and awkward. I think I made it work but yeah, wanted to go with like a tiled flooring. Again, took me a while to settle, but got there in the end. And I really do like the wallpaper that we got with the new pack. It's this like faded sort of I don't even know what it's meant to be. It's like just like a faded wallpaper or paint like thing. The swatches of it are really nice. I do wish we'd got like a pale green one, but I think that might just be because pale green, sage green is my favourite colour at the minute. But yeah, the colours of that are really nice, and I used that kind of like throughout the build. But then in the kitchen I used the same sort of, you know, plaster brick, whatever it's called, like one brick wallpaper that I use on the exterior as well. And yeah, just adding some details to the kitchen. And I discovered like after, so later I come back to the kitchen, but I discovered there's like a little tea set. So in Spa Day, I think it is, and I think there's another pack that also has one. There's like a tray where you can like pour drinks out onto it. So it's not like a coffee maker or a tea maker. It's like its own thing where your Sims will pour drinks. Well, we got one of them, and I think it's tea. I think that's what it's supposed to be. So we got one of them with a pack, which is really exciting, which might not sound exciting, but as a British person, having something that looks like you can make a cup of tea and having a little teapot and everything that's usable, because we do have teapots in the game, but they're decorative. We got some with, what was the pack? Cottage Living, I think. But they're just purely decorative. Having a functional one is very exciting for me. So yeah, the 2 styles, there's like a traditional sort of fancy looking one. The other way I could describe it is, imagine what the teapot from Beauty and the Beast looks like that sort of style, like the fancy sort of style. And then we've got like I think it's meant to be like an Asian inspired sort of tea, but I could be wrong about that. It kind of looks like that way. So yeah, we've got 2 versions of those, and they both look really good, so that's exciting for me as an avid tea drinker. But yeah, we also got the champagne thing as well, which you could buy champagne in Sims 2, and then your Sims would like make a toast and everything, and then all the Sims would join in. So I hope that you can do that with it. I don't know, because I didn't play with it, sorry. I don't know if it's purely decorative, but I think it's usable. I might be wrong, but either way, it's a nice little decorative item. And then yeah, for the living room bit, again, weird floor plan, so I just sort of put down a little sitting area. I put the tea set where I've put that champagne bottle, because I think it made more sense to have like a tea set there, and then I put the champagne in the kitchen. And then I just put up some artwork, because I think that base game artwork quite, you know, it looks a little bit like the new world actually, so I thought that they like fit. And then I just put down a chess table, because to be honest, I didn't really know what else to put in that corner. And then I put down a stereo and the dance floor thing, which we basically got with Get Together, and I think that's where your Sims can slow dance. I don't know if they can only slow dance on that, or if they can just do it as an interaction anyway, but I'm pretty sure the slow dance only came with the new pack, so that's kind of annoying. I wish they would have had that base game. Maybe they did, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it came with the new pack only, so yeah, bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is. And then I also changed the colour of the light in the living room, so that if you turn the drop lights off, you'll get this like pink glow, and I thought that would be nice to have, you know, an area for Sims to dance in the living room, I guess. But yeah, then the upstairs bedroom, the one that I've put the piano in, I ended up changing that to a bedroom, because I think it just looks a bit weird, and I ended up just putting the piano outside and then making the back garden like the main wedding bit. And yeah, we've got some new sun lounges as well, which look really nice. I really like those sun lounges, but again, don't buy the pack just for the sun lounges. And then I'm just putting down the tea set, and then that's when I figured I'll put it in the living room instead, because I think it makes more sense being in there, and then they can have the champagne in the kitchen. And then we're moving on to the back garden. So I put down that, like, I don't know what it's called, But put out a little seating area for your Sims to sit and have their wedding meal, and then a bit later I put down the banquet. Oh my god, I can't say it. The banquet thing, which I don't really know like how you use it or what it's for, but I imagine your Sims can put food on it because it lets you place things on top of it. So I'm assuming you can like put food on it, but yeah, put that out there, and then another dance floor, and put the piano out here, guitar, and I also put down a microphone in a little bit and a stereo and all that sort of thing. And then that's when I kind of thought, do you know what, we'll make the bedroom. So that's what I did. I made another bedroom, and I imagine that the main like bedroom would be the other one, because even though this one's bigger, I think the other one suits a more sort of, what is it called when it's like a wedding bedroom, like a honeymoon suite, innit, or a wedding suite. I imagine that other bedroom would be like the proper, like the bride and groom's room, or the bride and bride, or groom and groom, or spouse and spouse. But yeah, I imagine that room would be like the main room for the couple that get married. So this room is just like, it's just another bedroom for your Sims to stop in, really. You could have them stop anywhere, it's up to you, but yeah, I just decided to make another bedroom just because it's easier, and the layout's weird, so I thought it would be easier to just make it a bedroom. And you know, why would they have a dance floor upstairs when they've also got one downstairs, and then also in the back garden? Like, how many times does your Sim need to dance? Like, they don't need to be dancing all over the house. But yeah, then I think after the bedroom we actually finish the outside where we do the back garden, which is where like the main wedding room bit is. Not the wedding room, the wedding area. And then yeah, just put down the wedding arch, which I believe is glitched and bugged and whatever else. I don't know if the wedding arch is just a decorative thing or if it's the aisle that is the decorative thing. Because if you saw just then when I put it down, there's like two little like love heart things, which I imagine is where your Sims stand at, but it kept like disappearing and stuff. So I don't know if that's because of the reshade or the flooring, but the flooring of this like back garden bit, it were a bit bugged. So when I first tried to put down the floor tile, it were like disappearing and like doing this really weird thing. So I don't know if that's because of that or if it's meant to be like that. But yeah, I don't really know how the wedding bit works, but hopefully this is all functional. I've not play tested it. I probably won't play test it because I don't really have time. I'm currently recording the voiceover at 20 to 3, and normally on a Friday my voiceover is done by now. Normally the video is exporting by now, but yeah, I've got a bit of a hectic week this week because my kid has been ill, so I've been looking after them. Then just putting down like the sort of finishing things really in the garden, and decided to put down a hot tub because I thought why not. And then after that I just sort of add some finishing touches, and then we'll be at the screenshots. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. I don't really have any final thoughts because I've not fully played with the pack. There is plenty of other simmers and creators that have given their opinion, so if you want to sort of get an overview, I definitely give them like a recommended watch because a lot of them have given their opinions on it already. A few have actually said they're not going to be recommending the pack and they're not going to be playing with it, so take that as you will. I would say don't get it just for the build and buy. And from what I've heard, the gameplay is bugged, so I guess I'll see that for myself tomorrow. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this build, and let me know, have you got the pack? Are you going to get it? Are you avoiding it? What are your thoughts on it? I kind of think, why is it a pack, to be honest? Like, why does it exist? It's kind of like we're paying for stuff that should be in base game. Like, what are we actually getting that's new? I guess a new world, but yeah, I think we need a bit more than that. But yeah, that's just, I guess, some of my opinion so far. I'll see when I look at the cast and the gameplay. I'm assuming the cast will be fine. It usually is. Like, I never usually have an issue with cast, to be fair, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you all have a good weekend. Like I said, if you want to pop by the stream tomorrow, you can do, and if not, I'll see you later on. Bye.